What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the Sports Talk on Tap podcast. We're here. You can find daily videos Monday through Friday covering all the four major sports leagues, whether it be MLB, NFL, NHL, or NBA, games, news, highlights, home run derby recaps, all that fun stuff. In today's episode, Nick, obviously we got to start with the MLB, the home run derby yesterday, and just kind of, previewing the All-Star game tonight. And the sweet sound of victory is what I get when I see Teoscar Hernandez holding it up. For anyone who hasn't already, make sure to check out our home run derby predictions in yesterday's video. But obviously now, if you're here, going to spoil it. I predicted Teoscar Hernandez to win. Nick, used that strategy of, a guy that isn't in the playoffs is going to win it, which was an interesting strategy. I'll give you credit for that. Ultimately, though, I think who was your foul pick? Adolis Garcia. First round. And I would say the most surprising thing was how crazy Alec Boehm went in the first round. No one expected that. Bobby Witt going crazy all the way to the finals. We were kind of both sleeping on him. And Bobby Witt ultimately was probably 1 foot away, a couple inches away from sending this game or sending the home run derby finals into overtime. But at the end of the day, Texas is a deeper ballpark than most, so you were obviously expecting a lot less home runs than usual, compared to like Coors Field home run derby, where everything's kind of flying out of the park. So overall, though, very fun. When as an expert predictor, got to take my victory lap here.
Okay.
But hey, is what it is. Great, exciting ending to that game. Definitely, at the end of the day, was a couple surprises like we just mentioned, but fun to see, the guy you predict win, even if he's a Dodger.
Yeah. I'll kind of just, put my head down, tip my cap to you on this one. I looked like a doofus. Both guys I predicted. I think I said if it wasn't No, it was Marcelo.
Marcelo.
Both out in the first round. So
they didn't even have like terrible first rounds. It was just like Alec Boehm had like 20
Alec
plus.
Boehm went crazy. He was definitely the surprise of the night. I know he didn't make the finals, but like he almost made the finals, and then But yeah, he was going crazy right off the bat. He was first batter of the format, which I kind of like the new format. I like the bonus outs rather than the bonus time because it kind of allows the hitter to like settle in, and also like
how did the new format work based on like the seedings? Because I saw Alec Boehm was like the 1 seed.
So he in the first round it went from who has the least home runs this year to who has the most. So Alec Boehm has the least amount out of those guys, and Gunnar Henderson went last because he has the most. So after that, the top 4 home run hitters advanced, and then from there they do the 1 through 4 seeding, and whoever hit. So Alec Boehm was tied for the 1 seed, I believe, with was it Teoscar Hernandez? Did he hit 21 also?
It may have been Bobby Witt. I think Teoscar had like 19.
Or Bobby Witt. It was a tie for the top 2 seeds, but then it goes in order from there. But then I do like the like 40 pitches on a timer thing, so that guys aren't just like taking as many swings as they possibly can. And then I like the bonus outs because we saw last night some of the guys took huge advantage of that, where they hit like 5, 6, or even 7 bonus home runs because they get 3 outs rather than I think last few years it was like a minute and a half of bonus time, so you might see like 3 or 4 home runs, so they can kind of take their time. So I thought it was pretty cool. Texas, I don't know if I'm a huge fan of that stadium. I know it's like brand new.
My friend that went there says it, or just says it's beautiful. So
I'm sure it is. Like I mean,
it's the newest stadium, I think.
Yep. Yeah. It was opened like 2 or 3 years ago. I know they held the COVID World Series there, but I think it's kind of a weird park for a home run derby. I don't know. I might just be
you knew as when you knew it was in Texas, you knew the ball wouldn't be flying like it does, out
Yeah.
like Coors Field, like we talked about. It's just
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't meant. Yeah, it was kind of a lackish home run derby compared to most. Like we say, Alec Bohm went off for 21 or whatever, but like at Coors Field, that would have been like a low score. Would have been.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it was very fun. But yeah, your guys out, I think, first round. So
yeah, it was not a good day for me, prediction wise.
Yeah.
But we'll kind of move past that and get into just the All-Star game that's on tonight, and just maybe we can give our All-Star game MVP predictions. I know that's a little tougher because there's so many guys that'll play and sub out, but usually if a guy hits a home run, or he gets 2 doubles or something like that, then he gets MVP. Or if a pitcher strikes out 5 guys in 2 innings, he gets MVP. So it's very you never know. So,
let me get your thoughts. What do you think plays out tonight? Who wins? Who's your MVP?
Well, I think off the bat, I gotta say it's tough. I think these teams usually, like the past, however many years, it would be the American League would always win it. I'm pretty sure last year was the first year in like 10 or 12 years where the National League won it. This year, I think the NL could win it again, because I know obviously it's the All-Star game, so everybody's going to have a stacked lineup. But I think the NL, I think they might take it this year again. I'm going to go off this screen. I'm going to say Bryce Harper gets the MVP. I'm going to say he hits a homer. I believe he's starting. I know he was hurt. I know they announced the starting lineups the other day. So I'm going to just double check that real quick. But if Bryce Harper is playing, I am predicting him. But if not, I think a guy who very well could get MVP that maybe people don't talk about is Paul Skeens. I think if he goes out and gets
you're in the script.
If he gets like 4 or 5 strikeouts, I think we might be looking at an MVP.
Yeah. So I'm surprised you really abandoned your Red Sox in your league, your American League.
They're just not starting. That's why it's tough. It's tough for me.
Potatoes.
Bryce Harper is starting. He is starting at first base. So he's my pick. Bryce Harper.
I'm obviously going with the American League to win this game. I think they're the better roster. I think they're better players, better reserves, all that fun stuff. But I think it's going to be a close game. And I think it's going to be, a 3-2 National League are up, heading into maybe the 7th inning or something. But that's when I bet Paul Skeens will kind of be in around that time, because I think he's probably like one of the last guys pitching before the relievers. Mm-hmm. So 6th, 7th inning, I'd say runner on first base.
Before you say it, he's actually starting.
He's starting.
Well, yeah, it's Corbin Burns for the American League, and Paul Skeens is the starter for the National League. So it's pretty cool. He's,
Either way. So it won't be Paul Skeens then that Willie Castro will be hitting his go-ahead 2-run home run off of to help capture the American League win. I can't use Carlos Correa because Carlos Correa will be out of this game. So Corey Seager taking his place. Going to go with Willie Castro to hit the game-leading 2-run home run and in the American League to win the game. But if it is not Willie Castro, and maybe that's just my bias, I'll go with my guy Adley Rutschman. I think he'll win it. He'll get a couple, or I think he'll get 2 at bats. I think he'll have some good success and kind of get the party started for the American League. Scoring wise. So yeah, give me, American League to win, and, Willie Castro, my 1A, Adley Rutschman, my 1B, if my bias, doesn't come to fruition.
I like the out of the ordinary. If Willie Castro hits a home run and wins them the game and wins MVP, this video is going to be getting looked at by, a lot of FBI, a lot of Secret Service. because
everyone will be asking for my
you already predicted the home run derby. So if you predict the All-Star game MVP and it being a bench player who
and just that scenario, it's like 3-2, 7th inning. Castro comes in, hits a bomb. Oh my gosh, Nick, I am certified genius.
Put some money on it. Put some money on it. If that happens, you'll win a boatload of it.
Yeah, I might. But it'll be just exciting to see.
Yep.
I think, American League, has obviously owned the National League the last couple of years, but I think still looking at these rosters, I still really do like the American League better. I think they just got some studs, Soto, Judge, all that fun stuff. There's really no super weakness, and I just love the depth of this team. Like, I bet what's his name? Brent Rooker won't even be coming in to late in the game, and that guy's hitting like 300 quietly for Oakland with like 20 plus home runs. So
is he on the team?
Oh, is he not? Yeah, you're right.
He was one of the main guys who people were saying.
Yeah. So I don't know. A guy like that isn't even on the team, and he would arguably, with his numbers, could make a push. His numbers are probably up there with Tatis's, which is kind of crazy to think about. At least hitting wise. So kind of will be interesting to see. But yeah, I think the depth in the American League will be too much as this game plays out, and we will see the American League take home the trophy. Just as a Twins fan and for you a Red Sox fan, at least we can say we won this. And I believe it used to mean, I don't know if it still does, but it used to mean home field advantage in the World Series.
Yeah, they used. I don't think they do that anymore, which I wish they did, because then
because then it'd be something to play for.
Right. I don't think they do anymore. I think maybe it got out of hand one year, and the Players Association or whatever, where it's like, the home team in the World Series has 85 wins and they're playing 110 or 105.
Yeah, no, and that kind of does make sense. I'd be kind of pissed off because if I was on the 2018 Boston Red Sox having to go to LA and we had 10 plus more wins than them, just kind of doesn't seem fair. But it would have been cool just at least to see something to play for. And because once the Twins get there, it'd obviously be nice to have home field.
Yeah.
But it should be interesting. Or the Red Sox. Nice to have home field at Fenway Park for that World Series. But with that being said, we'll come back to these predictions. But kind of we'll wrap up today's video. So obviously, a little bit quieter week in baseball, but still the home run derby. I got that right. And now let us know in the comments what you guys think will happen today. Does the American League, National League, who takes home the All-Star game wins? And who is your guys' All-Star MVP prediction? Is there a sleeper? Or kind of, do you think one of the, the main guys like Shohei Ohtani will just, do too much and show why he's the best player in the world and win it? All things are possible. So, we're always curious to get your guys' takes on it. But as always, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. We'll catch you next one. Peace.